You have to have a clever strategy if you want to protect them. This female cichlid guards her offspring in the safest place she can think of. She's not eating them, she's simply keeping them out of harm's way. She will mouth brood her babies for anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks. During this period, she won't feed herself at all. You can understand why. For some cichlids, the art of mouth brooding is easier to master than for others. The urge to protect, however, is strong.
After they hatched, they are released in the water. So after allied obstetricians come to the number 3, males of the terrestrial Darwin's frog, Rhinoderma darwini. They found in Chile. It snaps the eggs which are laid by female and carries within the vocal pouch. Only male have the vocal pouch, which is very long, extends up to the pelvic region, and then pass through metamorphosis into vocal sacs and then become fully developed froglets. Number 4, tree frog hemipterus. Female of the group of tree frogs carry the eggs of the back in a closed pouch. And then aquatic Suriname toad, Pipa pipa. This toad is completely aquatic toad. In the breeding season, the skin of the back of females of Pipa pipa become thickens and softens. In egg laying, the male and female in amplexus swim in the water in vertical loop. The male grabs the female with the help of the forelimb. On the upward part of the loop, the female is above the male, and during this time the female releases some eggs which falls on the ventral surface of the egg. At this time, male fertilizes the egg. On the downward loop, the male presses or fertilizes the eggs on the female's back. The fertilized eggs sink into the soft skin, and these eggs are covered and enclosing with small capsule. And now, time for Pipa dorsifera and Pipa americana. This structure is highly vascular. Gaseous exchange between the maternal tissue and the expanded leaf-like tail of the tadpole.
automatically. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to make it happen. It just happens. So when the dogs were served with food, they salivated. Every time he brought the bowl of food, the dogs salivated. And this shows an unconditioned response. Then in step 2, what he did was, he would bring the bowl of food for the dogs, but at the same time ring a bell. So in one hand he had the food, in the other hand he had a bell which he would ring, and the dogs would come because they could still smell the food and would salivate. Okay? And so he did that over time. This is not a few days, it's not a week, this is over time. Food and the bell together. Normally, when anybody hears a bell, you don't salivate, okay? But the bell and the food together, the two events happening simultaneously and the dog salivating, prompted a new response in the animals. And that brings us to step 3, which is now he only rings the bell. Pavlov rang the bell and there was no food. The dogs came in running, salivating, because they were conditioned. The sound of the bell and salivation were conditioned. They had learned that the bell means food. And now, if the bell was ringing and there was no food, they were still salivating. Over time, if Pavlov had continued to ring the bell and bring no food,